How's it going? It's Friday morning, stormy outside. I'm sitting here feeling quite peaceful, but also a little bit overwhelmed. And I haven't done a video for my channel in ages where I've talked about my recovery from addiction and all of that, so I'm just going to talk and see what comes out. You're going to hear my cat because she's not outside because she doesn't like the rain like the rest of us. So you might have noticed recently I've been publishing a few videos that are not really related to life after addiction. And I've been telling myself that it's my channel, I'll post what I want. But part of it's because the YouTube algorithm doesn't start rewarding you until, not the algorithm, the payment system, the money making part of it, doesn't reward you till you hit 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours in the last 365 days. Which for me is proving to be a real challenge to reach just through organic content. And so I've taken my eye off that a little bit and I'm just posting what I feel like posting, because making content helps me, I enjoy it, and I want to be able to share the content I make with the other musicians who are playing at the concerts that I'm recording, with their families as well. And I just wonder whether having families sharing a 46-minute concert would ultimately boost my watch time. I don't know. I know how YouTube works, I've got a really good idea of it now, and it's not like this. This is not how you build a big audience. But I want to be more playful and less worried about how my channel is going to be perceived. So, also, of course, there is the bit of it where I am actually living my life after addiction, which means I get to go to these concerts. I get to watch my daughter finishing high school and going through that transition into adulthood, playing in all these orchestras, which is just absolutely mind-blowing, you know. From a spiritual point of view, it's just the best thing ever. And that is kind of coupled with all of the stress that for us comes mainly from having to travel to the mainland to go and see these concerts. Stress caused primarily by the ferry operator, who's just not fit for purpose. Calmac Ferries, who runs the service between the mainland and Brodick here on Arran. It's just been a shit show for this year, and the stress that causes, you know, is the ferry going to sail? If it does sail, where's it going to sail to? Is it going to be late? Like last Monday, our concert was at 7 and the ferry was late, and we didn't even know if it was going to be sailing to Ardrossan. And it was just, I mean, trying to get ready with all the animals we have and the family and get work done and everything to get away for the ferry. It's stressful enough, but of course that's, you know, we deal with that. But when you throw in that curveball of not knowing if the ferry's going to sail or where it's going to go to, it just adds a whole bucket load of stress. So that's that side of it, but then there's the joy side of, you know, being in a position to go to these concerts, being able to afford to go, not having to take time off work. I mean, taking time off work obviously when we work from home for ourselves, but not having to plead to your boss to get time off, that's something to be grateful for. I mean, I ran the post office for 12 years and it would have been a real struggle to get away for these concerts when we did that. So we're grateful that we're in a position to be able to do that. And as I say, spiritually, it's just so joyful. And I'm really enjoying being able to film these concerts as well. Next Monday, I'll be filming officially the Leavers concert for Douglas Academy, and I'm so looking forward to that. But it's going to be very tiring. 2 nights away in hotels, coming back Monday, morning having a high school meeting to deal with issues that we're having with our son's schooling, which is another separate issue entirely, and then back over to the mainland again afterwards. It's going to be a tiring day. So one of the ways I've been dealing with that is by publishing my morning pages. Writing every morning is one of the most high value things that I've added to my day. It's become a habit now. I'm really enjoying it. I'm doing it. I've got my little pouch of fountain pens and my Stalogy book, and look at that. It's beautiful, isn't it? All those handwritten pages. So I tend to write 2 pages a day and choose a different fountain pen each day, maybe different ink combination. That brings me joy. And yesterday's, for example, I was writing about how stressful I'm feeling right now because of all the travelling. And I actually wrote my way out of the stress, and it was a beautiful exercise. And in order to keep myself accountable in a typical kind of oversharey way, I'm actually publishing these on my website at camscampbell.com. They are members only, so they're not public. I'm not that crazy. The idea is that anyone who's interested in me and learning about how a 50-year-old man who's coming up for 17 years of not drinking, how that person deals with family life, low income, lots of animals, lots of travel, how that person becomes more spiritual and more serene, then it's a good place to go. Have a look, camscampbell.com. You can sign up for it. There's a Morning Pages newsletter. There's another newsletter which comes out kind of sporadically. It's one thing I would like to do more of is actually writing articles and sending them out as newsletters. I just haven't really found the cadence for that yet. It's very sporadic, like my YouTube videos are turning out to be as well, so I don't know, you can sign up for both and see what you think. You can always unsubscribe if you're not getting anything from it, but the morning pages particularly, I'm finding that publishing them is making me a bit more likely to show up, and I don't understand why that is, and I don't really think I need to understand why. That's just the way it is. My other channels they're doing okay. My guitar channel is busy. I've been publishing a lot on there, content from the Arran Folk Festival, which was last weekend, and that prompted me to start looking back at some 2019 Arran Folk Festival content as well, which at the time when I recorded it I was like so excited I'm going to publish this, and then I just never did. So, you know, I'm getting into the habit now, I think, of publishing content when it's fresh, when I've just recorded it, and trying to get it out as quickly as I can, because when the excitement wears off, the motivation wears off, and it just becomes stuff on my hard drive that I'm not doing anything with, and I don't want to do that anymore. I want to get my content out there. So with that in mind, I've still got some Halifax guitar gathering content to go out. I've got another 2 videos from there to publish, to edit and publish. What's exciting me more than anything with my content is my Serenity channel. I'm a lover of audio. I really enjoy good audio, and I'm kind of tying that into the Serenity channel, where I'm posting city walks, which are doing really well for the channel, walking around Glasgow primarily, wearing good quality microphones in my ears, so it's binaural recording, which means that if you wear headphones and listen to the video, it sounds like you're actually there in the location. So I'm really enjoying that. I'm going to be filming more content around Arran. Not sure what yet, but sort of maybe Glen Ashdale Falls or more Arran Ferry content. I don't know, we'll see, but I want to publish more ambient sound content, stuff that people who can't come to Arran or have never been would be interested in watching. So if you've got any ideas for stuff you'd like to see, let me know. I'll maybe get out and film it. And yeah, this is my idea of building a business around making content. It's hard work. It's hard on the mental health as well, because you know, the income doesn't start coming in for about 2 years, I guess. And I mean, I've been making content for multiple years, and I just never seem to have cracked that code. And I was listening this morning to Video Creators Podcast with Tim Schmoyer, and he was talking about coming up with your mission statement. I mean, this is stuff I know about and have attempted to do. But he was talking about how with clients he'll ask them what their goals are with their YouTube channels, and they'll say more subscribers, help more people, make some money. And he's like, yeah, but what would that do for you? And that's kind of the direction I want to take my thinking with the channel. And it's really come down to, I mean, helping more people would be great, but I want to help myself. I want to help my family. I want to be in a position where the stress disappears from our life, because living a low-income life with one kid who's just off to conservatoire in London and another who's struggling with schooling, we're just not that financially well off to be able to give them what they need. Well, we are, but you know, there are consequences for us. And I just love to be in a position where I didn't have to worry about that anymore. And honestly, I thought by the age of 50 we'd be in clover by now, but we aren't. And it's a challenge, and it affects my mental health, my stress levels. I don't know. I suppose the thing is to be grateful for the fact that I'm not drinking. Can you imagine? Well, no, it's unimaginable now. I'm sober. I'm more sober than I've ever been. And I think this past year has been probably the most sober year I've had ever, you know, in terms of growing into becoming more like the person I want to be. Becoming less fearful of being judged, that's a big part of it. And that's partly coming through learning how not to judge other people, and that's ironically seems to be coming through making content and through writing. It's a bizarre thing, but good habits. Eating well's a big one for me. That's kind of where my sobriety falls away, and I find myself self-harming with carbs, you know, because that's what it is. When I feel down or angry or lonely or tired, whatever, you know, then I'll go and maybe eat bread or breakfast cereal. Rice Krispies at the moment seems to be the go-to. And then once I break that seal, then I'll start eating biscuits and chocolate. And it's the same behaviour that, you know, that the alcohol was. So I need to keep an eye on that, and that's another area where making content like this, talking about it honestly and openly, and doing my journaling as well, you know, that really helps me to stay on top and to get back on track when I'm falling off. So yesterday was a good day. I didn't eat any carbs yesterday. And I said hungry. I'm hungry, angry, lonely and tired. Those HALT. Those are the kind of things I've picked up from AA. The tired one, that's the big one at the moment, because the stress of travelling to and from the mainland, doing lots of filming and editing, which I love. It's kind of energising in some ways, but the travelling and the being in public spaces, I think, is something that causes me to be tired. It's draining. So when I get tired when I'm travelling, I tend to fall by the wayside with my eating. So, you know, I know this, and so today I should be making plans for all the travelling that's coming up Sunday, Monday. Make sure that I've got the right kind of food available to me, that it's in my bag when I travel, so I've got proper snacks that are not biscuits and crisps. that sort of thing. So anyway, I've rambled for far too long now. If you're still with the video right now, thank you. You're obviously one of my true fans, and I appreciate you. I'm going to do some writing now and finish my coffee and then get some videos done. So thanks for watching. See ya.